as a BA, it's all about leading. Again, we talked about a thought leadership. We are talking about how we should be able to lead the organization, set a path, work on the roadmap, not just on the business point of view, but also on technology roadmap, because we can kind of evaluate the different technologies, compare, contrast which technologies are good, what suits our requirements at this at this present context. And then we can actually kind of work with the architects, with the development team, with all of these people, and then lay the roadmap. And then again, we've got that, as we were talking about the self-confidence and the self-belief, that actually kind of sets us apart if you really talk about the overall context. So we can actually kind of bring those skills forward and present ourselves, and we can position ourselves as the potential leaders, because we have got that natural flair. We're not working in a silos. We're not working in one corner on a machine. I don't like that kind of analogy for a BA. A BA should be actually going out and doing things, and obviously have a lot of this knowledge about technology and bringing all of those. But you should be able to go to the field, talk to the users, talk to customers, conduct studies, which is what I've been doing over the last couple of decades. I actually went out to different universities, different corporations, P&Gs, and the Harvards and MITs. You've got that exposure in different countries, and then understand the culture, bring in the cultural context, see the usage, come up with a proper plan that would help the internal stakeholders understand what the external stakeholders are thinking. It's basically like the identity versus image gap. So what I think I'm doing, which is what the internal people think, the sales people, the business people, the management, senior management think that, hey, we're doing fantastic. We've got this beautiful set of products. But then if you talk to the customers outside and the users, you find that they're not really up to the mark. There's so many problems there. So sitting within that internal view, sitting within the four walls, the internal stakeholders have got a specific view, which might or might not match with the external perception of your products or services and applications. So that kind of, again, as an analyst, I was trying to get that perspective. So I used to talk to first to the internal stakeholders, about 5 to 6 different stakeholders initially, even before the project started, just to understand what their expectations are, what their objectives, the goals, financial goals, as well as the vision for the roadmap for the product from the internal point of view, which again, you find a lot of different conflicts, because what the business person thinks might not be the same as what the technology person, the CTO thinks. And what the CTO thinks is, okay, we've got fantastic technology suite, but the operations person would actually think the COO might actually say that, you know what, we've got no support, we don't have any training, all our support executives are busy attending the previous version, the calls and the tickets of the previous version of the software. They don't have any clue about this. We are zero on this one. So again, completely different perspective. So there's obviously this kind of conflicts, this kind of differences in opinions and perspectives, even internally. So I used to kind of have a workshop, and not with the senior people, but the middle management people, and then have addressed this kind of differences, the conflicts in the workshop, and come up with kind of a unified view about this particular project that we're talking about. And then with that in mind, we would then go have a kind of, okay, this is what we need as an internal view. And then from there on, we actually kind of I used to go to the users, the customers, conduct interviews. Before that, I kind of select the right set of users through screeners, creating user profiles, customer profiles, screeners, and then select the users from there. And then the participants for the user studies conduct the interviews with those people individually, talk one-on-one, do a deep dive of these people, understand their experiences, identify the problems, and then bring back to the table. And then that's where we're talking about the external view, what the external world views about our products, services, and applications. And then we can kind of compare and contrast the internal view with the external view. So obviously there would not be a match 100%, because that would be rarity. If that is the case, everything in the world would not be, it's like almost a perfect world we'd be living in. We don't need any of these improvements, technologies, nothing. So that kind of a piece of work is what I have been involved in all these years as BA, so that we can bring the value, the perspective changes. All of this can be done. The reason why I'm talking about all of these is because of the fact that unless we have the self-belief, we've got the self-confidence and the ability to communicate and adapt ourselves, we will not be able to actually go and talk to other people outside our organization or strangers or people. So it's important that we have this skill.